I just stopped walking. And I just started looking at the train going by. And as I'm looking at the train going by, I was just ready to jump in front of the track. There wasn't that much people at the train station. I just literally started walking. And as I was about to jump, I just felt my dog grab me backwards, and something behind me was distracting my dog. So wherever she was running to, that's where she was trying to lead me to. I don't know how to feel, because I know that I am very much depressed. I'm very much going through things. I'm not happy. I'm just not happy about a lot of things. And trying therapy, it's not really helping me right now. I have so much PTSD traumas. It's very upset with myself that I tried to kill myself.
Welcome to the Ngozi Cadmus channel, and again I want to talk about a very serious topic. Episode 21 of my podcast is highly related to this same video, so check that out when it comes out. But I would say trigger warning, and again it's not going to be a long video. I think topics like this doesn't always have to be quite long. Just want to say my condolences to the family of DJ Twitch. A few weeks ago, DJ Twitch, very, I guess, well-known DJ, celebrity DJ, the DJ of Ellen DeGeneres, also was a dancer, took his own life, which was a very big shock to not only the world, to his family, and to everybody's surprise. Only a couple of days ago, posted a TikTok reel with him dancing and seeming happy and smiling, and he took his life in a very gruesome way. He died at the age of 14, and interestingly enough, I didn't know about him until that. So a lot of people probably encountered him for the first time because of the way he left this earth. And it's interesting sometimes how people encounter you, right? And the legacy that you leave. And what is interesting, one of the legacy that he has left is a conversation, a very important conversation about self-deletion, about suicide, and about, particularly in men as well. One of the things that you hear a lot of people say is that he lit up the room, every single room that he was in. He was a joy to the world. He was a joy to the people around him. Now, people always say nice things when people die, so that's just the reality of the situation. So you take what you will from that. People, well, yeah, most of the time. Some characters in this world that pass away there's highly division. Like when Kevin Samuel passed, there was a lot of division amongst that. But generally speaking, people don't like to speak ill of the dead. Another video that you saw at the beginning was of a UK influencer called missrfabulous, who was talking about her own suicidal ideation, essentially her in that moment intending to do something until her dog pulled her away, and just God bless her soul. I think the reality is people are suffering, especially during this time. Holidays really amplify people's pain and amplify the hurt people are going through. Now, many people will be like, why are people doing this? Why are people, I know life is hard, but come on. And I think it's fair to just understand that sometimes people are not running towards their death, they're running away from their pain. People are not running towards their death, they are running away from their pain. That is the reason why some people make attempts to end their life. They are living in so much pain, intolerable, unbearable, excruciating, that the only way that they think that will give them any relief is to go. So it's not something that maybe you can understand if you've never been in that position. I have, so I can understand what that means. So although it's a very unfortunate situation, it highlights a very big issue and a very big thing that's killing our men. It really is killing our men in the Western world. I haven't looked at the statistics in the Eastern African world, but indefinitely in the United Kingdom and America, more men actually end their life this way than women do. Partly because of the methods that they use is usually more highly successful, but because they are doing it at greater rates, which is really interesting. because we live in a society that does not allow men to be vulnerable, does not allow men to be okay in saying their emotions, right? Men don't cry, big boys don't cry, tough skin, tough love. Now, the society in itself doesn't want people to be vulnerable, let alone men to be vulnerable. In the UK, the male suicide rates was 15.8 per 100,000, compared to the female, suicide rate of 5.5 per 100,000. As of 2021, the males aged 50 to 54 were found to have the highest S rate, 22.5 per 100,000. In America, in 2020, men died by self-deletion 3.88 times more than women. So it's an important topic not to be negated, especially when it comes to men. Some of the reasons and contributory factors to men ending their life in that way is the disruption and termination of their family, divorce, loss of finances, lack of purpose. It's a really important topic that I think people need to really talk about. I think in America it's the 12th leading cause of death. So I don't know where it is in the UK, but I'm sure it's going to be similar to that. So it is an important topic to speak of. Most of us will know somebody or know of somebody that has and is experiencing that. So suicide has no face. It doesn't have a face. You can't always tell. You can't always anticipate. Self-deletion doesn't look like this. Doesn't look like it doesn't look like that. It looks like this. It looks like Robin Williams. It looks like DJ Twitch. I can't begin to name the names of people that have, but it looks like all those people that have ended their life, who were happy, who were the epitome of what joy should look like, but inside were suffering. You don't know what people are going through. In the previous video I said, if everybody looked out for each other, nobody would feel alone, but people don't. People are selfish. I don't know, maybe I'm harsh, but I think everyone's going through something. There's always a struggle, and I find that a lot of people will say, I'm going through a lot, but it's like, I'm going through a lot. I don't like, there's no struggle Olympics. I'm not going through more, we're all going through a lot. So if I can manage to still reach out to people, you can too, but not everyone thinks like that. So people like that personally are what part of why the world doesn't, it's not great. I understand that, not everyone's going to be less, I don't know, I get that the world is different and you're going to have people in the world that just don't do that. Like they have people that always reach out to them. But I think the Bible makes it very clear, do unto others that you want to do unto yourself. And if you want people to be there for you, be there for others. So everybody was being there for each other, people would not be alone. That's just a simple fact. It's a simple reality. If I'm there for you, stretching out my hand to you, stretching out your hand to me, stretching out your hand to somebody else, stretching out your hand to you, it would be like that. But what happens is that I stretch out my hand to others and it's not going back. Not me, because I'm fortunate to have that, but a lot of people stretch out their hands and the hands are not being returned back. So I don't know, maybe the only word I can say is selfish. We give people excuses, they don't have the capacity to do so. Maybe then that's the excuse then, right? I don't know, because the reality is that I think we allow people to get away with bad behaviour, poor behaviour. I personally would not train my children to be like that. I would say, look, there are times when you do need to just be for yourself, and I mean moments where you just need to say, I got to consolidate and seek God and just be on my own with the Lord. But that doesn't negate, that doesn't stop, it doesn't prevent you still saying, look, I may not be in large supply right now to support everybody, but I'm there if you need me. I don't know. So, check on your strong friend. Oh no, episode 22, sorry. I just realised it's episode 22, not 21, not 20. I don't know, my bad. It's an episode. Oh, pardon me. Check on your strong friend. I don't know, check on your friend. Check on your strong friend, your weak friend, your know-it-all friend, your funny. Just check on people. Check on your friends. Regularly check on your friends. Regularly check in. Be curious. One of the things that makes me a therapist is being curious. Now, I'm not asking you to be a therapist to your friend, but curious is key. How are you? I'm good. What does that look like? What is good? It's just asking a few further questions. Now, some people don't want to say that to you, and I totally get that. You can't force people. But sometimes people are not, it's not natural for people to say, I'm not really good, It's like, yeah, I'm good. It's an automatic response. So it just sometimes takes a little bit of prompting. Be like, good way. You said that last time. Like, really? What's going on? Like, what's happening? I ain't seen you post as recent. I ain't seen you do this as recent. If we're holding each other accountable, accountability isn't always about you achieving your goals. Accountability is like, you're not doing what you normally do. Are you okay? What's happening? Because if somebody's keeping you accountable and just checking up on you, they'll begin to clock and notice something is not right. Now, sometimes you can never tell. There are some cases where you can never tell, but at least you can say you've tried. God forbid, there'll be nobody of my close friends can pass away and I will have regrets, because I know I've been there. But some of you guys listening can't say that because you haven't been there. Don't be satisfied with surface answers. Dig deeper. So yeah, short video. It's not a video that needs to go on for long. It's a video that just needs to be said, needs to be put out there in the atmosphere. So anyone that comes across this, stay strong, stay firm. And this is really for those to encourage those that haven't ever contemplated, just so they can begin to understand, a bit more and have a bit of empathy towards those that do struggle with these experiences. And those that do struggle, I understand. I've been there. I've been there. And I just pray for you, pray with you, stand for you, and don't suffer in silence. Don't suffer in silence. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Okay. See you in the next video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and see you in the next video.